So in February, I got to train with Demian Maia. It was a great experience. It was so good. Like I learned so much from the guy. But there was one thing that really stuck out. One thing. Um, I asked him. I said, "Why is it that you how did you become so efficient with your jiu-jitsu in the UFC?" And for you guys who don't know, the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championships, and Damien's a welterweight, top five welterweight at the moment, and he's really brought jiu-jitsu into he's brought that jiu-jitsu game to another level within mixed martial arts, and there's been a lot of like jiu-jitsu practitioners that haven't had the same success in the mixed martial arts game as Damien. So when I got to train with him at London Fight Factory, my gym where I train, when he came in February. I asked him, so why are you so? How did you adapt your game for the mixed martial arts scene, and how can we as jiu-jitsu practitioners also do the same? And he said to me, it's all about, now I know a lot of all you guys who do jiu-jitsu will know, position over submission, you know. And I know a lot of us, we hear the same things and we go, oh, you know, I already know that. But I thought that was so profound. When what he said was, you have to ask why. Like, why am I doing what I'm doing? Like with everything you do in the warm up, why am I doing shrimp? Why are we doing the shrimping? The forward rolls, the backwards rolls, the Gambi rolls, that you need to ask those questions. Like understand the detail of the movement that you're doing, he said. He said you need to be very efficient and be very detailed in what you're doing. So don't rush for the submission, you know, because some of us would get excited, you know. Me, I've been training jiu-jitsu for the last 2 years, about the last, well, just under 2 years now. I'm a white belt. It's one of the toughest things I've ever done. I've been training martial arts since I was 8 years old, but jiu-jitsu is one of the toughest, let alone martial arts, like one of the toughest things I've done in my life so far. And I know that sometimes you can get excited trying to hunt for submissions, you know. You might be in a certain position and you have a good position, but you're in my mind, sometimes I might be in side control or in the mount and just be looking for the submission. Sometimes it's to the point where I even give up the position because I'm getting too excited trying to find the Americana or trying to get a choke, a collar choke, when really I haven't really got the details in. So what he said really stuck with me about finding that detail in your movement. You know, always ask why. You know, why are we doing certain movements that we're doing? I notice a lot of times when we're training, like in the warm up, there'll be certain things we're doing in the warm up that you might, you know, we do them consistently over and over again. So sometimes I know you might just think it's a bit mundane. Oh, we're doing this over and over again. Yeah, it's the same thing. We're just trying to warm up so we can get to the good stuff so we can roll. But yeah, it really just hammered in about fundamentals. And I find that a lot of the top guys and women in their field, they all focus on fundamentals, you know. And he was really adamant on that. And I could see it when he was teaching us, you know, when he was showing us certain transitions, like how to transition from the side control, you know, while controlling the arm, and then transitioning into north south to get the choke. And he taught us the Marcelo grip, Marcelo Garcia's grip, and how to get a choke with that. And just in the way he was moving, he was moving with such efficiency. So there was a lot of congruence in what he was saying and what he was doing, you know. So we did a little Q&A kind of maybe 2 hours in. It was about a 3 hour session that we had. So it was really good. Like in the middle, we got to take pictures with him, had a break, took pictures. And then afterwards, we started training again. So he would show us specific movements, and there were so many people on the mat. Obviously, Demian Mayer's coming to the gym, so a lot of people came in from out town. A lot of people, obviously, from the gym. You know, it was a crowded mat. There was hardly any space. Literally, I was with my training partner, me and Chen, my training partner. We were like in this tight little space, and you had to like, there was like people everywhere. Like, it was literally like there was only room for both our bodies, but that forced us to be more efficient, ironically, and to focus more on the movement. And it was a great session. But he said position over submission. So those fundamentals, you never forget that in your jiu-jitsu game. And it's something that's helped my jiu-jitsu a lot. I mean, I haven't been training for the past 6 weeks because I've been injured, but trying to carry that efficiency in my work, with my film work, my TV movie career, working in post-production, just finding ways to be efficient, finding ways to never, don't forget the fundamentals, even when you're trying to do extra advanced fancy stuff with your video editing and your graphic design and all that. And I find that just taking, that's what I love about jiu-jitsu. You take the essence of jiu-jitsu and the things that you learn from masters like Demian Maia, these people who have been like around the block for so long, you know, have changed the game, and just those little fundamentals. They kind of, it's not just efficient, it's not just effective within jiu-jitsu, but it's also effective within your everyday life, you know. And I'm finding, you know, even though I've been injured and I haven't been training jiu-jitsu for the last month or last 6 weeks, feels like an eternity. So I've lost the count. It is all about remembering those fundamentals. And, you know, going back to jiu-jitsu, I went back to, I actually trained last week and I got destroyed, you know. You know, but it's all good. You know, you're gonna have times where you're injured, but it's all about the consistency. But coming back to jiu-jitsu, because I will be back into my regular schedule from next Monday, and it's just, I want to remember what Demian said. You know, the position over submission. Ask why. Why am I doing the movements I'm doing? Even down to the most basic movements. Ask why. Seek the answers. Seek the knowledge. You know, those are the things that he taught us, and I was forever grateful. I just hope that can help you. I know maybe many of you watching this are way ahead of your jiu-jitsu game than I am. You know what I mean? So, but it's not me giving this advice. I'm just passing down what I learned from Demian Mayer, you know, one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in the business. And he obviously taught us stuff that also Marcelo Garcia taught him, you know. Marcelo Garcia, of course, is one of the, if not the one of the pound for pound best jiu-jitsu practitioners in the game today. And he taught us things that Marcelo taught him, such as the grip. He's famous for the Marcelo guillotine grip, you know, and how he used the efficiency of that move and applied it in like the north-south choke, you know, and he taught us that. So that was really enjoyed that class. That was a really good class. But yeah, just remember, all you jiu-jitsu practitioners, remember that position over submission. And for you non-jiu-jitsu practitioners, just remember whatever you're doing in your life, just to keep that efficiency, keep that those fundamentals. Never become too big for your boots. Never think, oh, what's the next shiny thing that I need to do? Just focus on those fundamentals and the details of those fundamentals, and ask, why am I doing this? You know, what is the purpose of this? Does it have a mechanical end game? You know, is it a building block to where what I'm trying to achieve? You know, but yeah, it's amazing when you get a chance to train or learn from people who are masters of the game, you know, in whatever field you're in. And Roger Gracie actually came down to the academy the same day, so that was he just passed by. You know, he gave us a good little speech as well, and that was, it was an amazing day. We had like Roger Gracie and Demian Maia in the gym at the same time, and they obviously had they fought before. I watched that tape; it was pretty impressive. And they were talking about their story and how they and their fight, and you know, when you're hearing the thoughts that are going through their mind while they were fighting and before they were fighting, you know, it's the same things that we go through, like each of us go through when we're rolling, you know, the nervousness, you know, it's just great to speak to them, because a lot of us, we put them on a pedestal, and rightly so, because they have of what they've achieved, but it reminds you that they're human, you know. And Damien was such a nice guy, one of the most humble guys that, you know, I've met in martial arts. He's one of the best, you know, in the world. But I always find that a lot of the best guys and girls or women in whatever field that you're in are usually like the most humble, you know. And he's such a nice guy. I mean, if you didn't know nothing about mixed martial arts or jiu-jitsu or martial arts in general, and you met this guy, you would never know, you know, he could choke you to death in like 3 seconds, you know. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed learning from Demian Maia, and it's something that has stuck with me this year. It really has, you know, about being efficient, and it's actually helped me within my work. I've become more efficient, you know, in my as a creative producer, working in the film and television world. It's helped me, you know, in my post production. I'm improving my skills in After Effects, in Premiere Pro, in Photoshop now with graphic design. Just staying consistent, staying reinforcing those fundamentals, you know, and keep learning every day, you know, watching tutorials every day, learning new skills with my colleagues, you know, passing information about how we can become more efficient, you know, with our workflow. So if you're watching, Damien, thank you very much appreciated. Look forward to I know it's like kind of like a once in a lifetime opportunity to get to train with you, but I know you know our teacher, so hopefully I'll get to train with you again. But thanks a lot. Appreciate you being part of my jiu-jitsu journey, and yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it. But yeah, if you're a jiu-jitsu practitioner, even if you're not, I hope this video helps you out and that you took something from it. Again, it's not coming from me. I'm just passing down what I learned from Demian Maia, and hopefully it can help you. Anyway, if you like this video, hit that like button, share, subscribe. If you're into martial arts and movies, this is a good channel for you. If not, then maybe find another channel. And I'll see you again on this platform for some more videos. Peace!